welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla, and this is my channel, The Tidy Chi Life. If you're just tuning in for the first time, this is part 3 of my Christmas Clean and Decorate With Me series. And so if you haven't checked out the first 2 parts, I would recommend going back and checking those out before you watch this one. So in this video, I'm going to be decorating the porch is the main focus of this, but right here I'm just getting ready for a party that we're having later in this week, and so I'm putting all of my party supplies in this basket to get them up out of my bedroom floor, and then I'm just going to store this basket on a shelf in the laundry room. But I've got everything ready to go for the party, all my plates, napkins, silverware, and I am planning a snow globe craft at this party. So I've got everything in this basket, and I can just grab it down on the day of and lay everything out and be ready to go. So now we have moved out onto the porch, and so we're going to be putting some icicle lights up overhead and then another strand of lights on the banister. And I was just going to use the lights that are on the banister. Those are from last year. The icicle lights are new. I got those off of Amazon. But I was looking for just a second strand of the same lights as on the banister, and I was just going to put those overhead and not have anything on the banister. But I couldn't find that second strand of light bulbs anywhere. So we ended up just keeping that on the banister, which is the same thing we did last year. And we had the great idea to get these LED icicle lights that look like they're dripping down. And I think it turns out so amazing, and I absolutely love it, and so does everyone in our neighborhood.
We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We already had these command hooks for the icicle lights in place because we had lights up for Halloween. We had purple and orange lights overhead for Halloween. So everything was already in place, which made it super easy to pop these up. So now that we got all the lights up, I'm just trying to figure out where to put everything, and have it reach a plug. So we got this little light up tinsel hedgehog at Target. I think it is so stinking cute, and Juniper absolutely loves it. And so I'm just kind of playing around with the placement of flowers and where her little red chair is going to go with these lights as well.
How still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in thy dark streets shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in here.
So this wreath is one that I made last year. It was just a super cheap like wreath form, and then I just glued some small pine cones on it. And last year I did a lot of like this black modern look for Christmas, and so that's why it has a black bow on it. And it was on our front door last year, but since we decorated our front door like a snowman this year, I decided to put it on our back porch. So this is the view from down in the parking lot across from our house. And so this is just our village inside. I hadn't really showed it with all of the lights out, and so this is how it looks glowing in the living room. And this is with the living room lights on and with the tea lights on inside of it. And so if you didn't see part 2 of my Christmas Clean and Decorate with me, that is where I set up the village. So I was just giving you a little look at that in a different light. And now I'm going to be scenting some pine cones, and to scent the pine cones, I'm just laying them all out on baking sheets and baking them for about 2 hours at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, so not very hot, just to bake any like critters or anything like that out of them. And while those are baking, I am going to be doing some gift wrapping, and so here I'm just showing my gift wrap station that I have. And so I have this set up like this year round, and this just slides under my bed and I can pull it out, and I have all of my gift wrapping stuff in one location.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. God of God, light of light, lo, he abhors not the virgin's womb. Very God begotten, not created. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him.
So for this next gift, I am using a 11-inch canvas bin that I picked up at Walmart, and I'm using this because these are the size of bins that I need for my daughter's cube storage unit that she has in her room for all of her toys. And so this is going to be like, all of this bug stuff is going to go in this tote, and then we can just put it in her storage unit, and we don't have to worry about a gift bag or anything like that. So just kind of a little green friendly thing there.
Let us adore him, oh come let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
All of the gift wrap that I am using is from Hobby Lobby, and I picked it up last year. It's a super good quality paper. It's really thick and it has the lines and it doesn't tear really bad, but I have this color that's like a paper look with trees and evergreen and cardinals on it, and then I also have a roll of just like solid gold with these like embellishments on it. Both are really pretty and the rolls have lasted forever. I've wrapped a bunch of gifts and I actually haven't even bought any wrapping paper yet this year. I'm going to try to see if these rolls just make it all the way through, because it does seem like there's still a lot on there. And then I won't have to store a whole bunch of wrapping paper. If I end up needing some, I'll be able to run out and grab some, or just put one in my Walmart grocery pickup one week. So I've started really early on Christmas wrapping because I'm trying to kind of keep up with it or do it in some increments as we get stuff in for Christmas. That way I don't end up doing it all like the week before Christmas and have to do a ton of things at once. I've done that before because I'm like, I'm just going to save everything up and do it all at once. And it gets really old when you have to spend like an entire day just gift wrapping, and then you kind of get sloppy, and it's really fun and like artful to wrap presents. So doing it in small doses where you can just have fun with it and get creative with your wrapping, I find is a little bit better. So if you haven't already, start doing some of your gift wrapping, start planning some of those kind of things out, making sure you've got everything you need, and get a head start on it so you're not stressed at the last minute. I'm just wrapping this box just using ribbon and not taping the box. That way the box doesn't get ripped when we're trying to open it because there's tape on it, and my toddler can easily get into it is another reason, but the box isn't going to get torn up from the tape, so we'll be able to reuse it. To go along with that, I am also using a name tag that's not one of the stick-on name tags, but one that you tie on, and I'm just tying it onto the ribbon. So instead of sticking a name tag on there that you have to worry about covering up or something like that, this one just comes right off with the ribbon, and the box is in perfect condition still. Those gift tags are also great to use on like gift bags so that you don't get like a tag stuck on the side of a really pretty gift bag that you want to reuse. If you just tie one of those tie kind of name tags onto the strap, you're good to go. So this last thing that I'm going to be wrapping is just a box that we got, and we're going to be using it as a donation box, so I'm just going to wrap it and make it look pretty since we're going to have it sitting out in our living room for the entire month. And I'm going to end up putting a chalk like name tag on it that I already had. You'll see that in just a minute, and we just leave it out for the whole month because since you are bringing in so many new things at Christmas time, it is a good time to kind of assess what you've got and go ahead and get rid of some things that you're not using anymore so that you don't take those things into the new year, or you're not trying to pile new stuff up on top of old stuff that you're not even using. So this is a great time to look through your kids' toys, to look through your closet, to just kind of, as you're going through your house for the entire month, pick up anything that you're not using, kind of look around and just toss it in that box. And it's such a great time for giving and helping somebody out. You know, you may have a coat that you're not using anymore or you don't like, but someone who doesn't have a coat would really appreciate it this season.
Now are you, dear old man? Whisper what you bring to me. Tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black, with your pack you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be.
I think learning how to like manage your things and living like minimalistically, getting rid of things as you need to, and really, like I said, just managing your stuff basically. I think that's such an important life skill to teach our children. It's not one that I think was a common thing back in the day or even when I was younger. So I think it is a super great life skill to learn at such a young age. It's taken me forever to learn how to organize and manage my own things. And so I really just want to give Juniper some of these skills just starting off on like how to look at your things, see what you want, and like see me managing my things in an efficient way so that she can just incorporate that and grow off of it in her own life.
One she hasn't read. Now I think I'll leave to you what to give a rest. Choose for me, dear Santa Claus, what you think is best. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun.
So now the pine cones are done, and I'm just gonna melt some coconut oil, and you need about a cup for as many pine cones as I did. And then I'm just gonna put about 20 drops of cinnamon essential oil in there. You could also add some like orange or something like that. You just pour it into the bags, shake them up, and leave the bags sitting overnight. And I actually ended up doing this pine cone thing a second time with a second batch of pine cones on a later day. And instead of putting them in like nice new Ziploc bags, use your old like plastic grocery bags if you have any, and shake them up in that. And then you won't be wasting all those Ziploc bags like I did. That definitely works a lot better, but these smell so good after you let them sit for a while. And you can pop those in your tree, or like you're gonna see me make a couple DIYs with them, or just put them in a decorative basket and like put it on your mantle. That would be so pretty. But now I'm just making some coffee. This is the coffee that we make every single day. We have a Ninja bar, and I just frothed up a little bit of oat milk for us, and then I filled our jars up with ice. I drizzle caramel in mine because I like caramel, so I'm just gonna fill the jar up about halfway with the frothed milk, and then I'll just pour the over iced coffee that I made with our Ninja coffee bar over top of that, and then I might add a little bit more caramel on mine. And that's what we do every single day. Pop a straw in it, and these are absolutely delicious. So now that I've got some coffee, I'm just going to walk through the house and start all of the diffusers up and get some nice good smells going. So we have a diffuser in the kitchen dining room area, a diffuser in Juniper's room, and then a diffuser in our room. And for all of the diffusers, I think I kind of use the same thing. So just frankincense, lavender, and let's see what the other one is. I think the other one might have been clove. And this smelled really good, so I would definitely recommend that. So it's actually not clove, like I said before. It's frankincense, lavender, and tangerine. And I'm using tangerine because I don't have orange. But I think this is called Comfy Flannel. It's a diffuser blend that I found on Pinterest. And I typically just find most of my diffuser blends on Pinterest. They have a lot of great ideas on there if you're ever just like search like fall diffuser blends, Christmas diffuser blends, Valentine's Day diffuser blends, bedroom diffuser blends, calming diffuser blends, like whatever kind of diffuser blend you are wanting, search it on Pinterest and you will find some great results. So So the next thing I'm going to be working on is making a couple of candles. I normally have a candle on the center of my stovetop, like where the warmer is, and then I also almost always have a candle in our hall bathroom. And so I'm going to be making 2 Christmas candles today instead of going out and buying something at the store. And I think I'm going to start making all of my own candles. This was really fun, and you can buy a huge bag of wax and wicks for almost nothing and make a ton of different kinds of candles with that. So I bought this off of Amazon. It's just a huge bag of like soy flakes, and then it also came with the wicks. They're like weighted wicks, and a little thing that you can put on top of your jars to keep your wicks from moving around after you fill up the containers. So I didn't glue my wicks down or anything. I just melted my wax. I kind of did it in 30-second intervals until it was melted. It took about a minute and a half to melt it down. And so once you have your wax melted, you just stir in your essential oils, whatever blend you want to use, and mix that up and then pour it into your candles. So you need about 15 to 20 drops of essential oil in there to get like a nice scent for your candle in this size of candle. So for that first black one, I did a sugar plum fairy scent since it's going to be in Juniper's bathroom. And for that one, I did 8 drops of peppermint, 8 drops of orange, and 4 drops of cinnamon bark. And then for the second one, I did Christmas store because it was going to be like in the main area. And so I did 8 drops of peppermint, 8 drops of cinnamon, and 6 drops of nutmeg. And this next thing I'm going to be making is like a room or linen spray, and it is going to be a Christmas scent. And so I'm just using tangerine, cinnamon, and clove, and adding about 4 drops of each of those. Then filling the bottle up like halfway with witch hazel, and then filling the rest of it up all the way to the top with water. And this is a 4-ounce spray container here, and this scent is called Comfort and Joy. It smells so good. I spray it on our couch, just in the air. You could spray it on your pillows and things like that, but it smells so good. And then I'm just using these chalkboard labels that I already have that I use for everything. I bought a huge pack of these probably like a year ago off of Amazon, and I've just been using them ever since for different things like this. But I'm just going to write the names of the candles, like the scent, Sugar Plum Fairy, and Christmas Store, and then I'm going to write Comfort and Joy for the room spray and stick those on the front of the bottles. So to use up some of these pine cones that I have, I'm going to be making a door hanger for our back door. And the good thing about using these scented pine cones is our house smells amazing. It's so fresh and cinnamony and Christmassy and nice. And so to make this door hanger, I'm just using some yarn, doubling it up, and then I tie like a loop at the top, and then I'm just cutting the ends different lengths and tying a pine cone into each end. And voila, you have a door hanger. Super easy, quick DIY, and I think it turned out really cute and really like a Scandi type Christmas decor, a really minimalist look, and I really like that. So I did have one that was way too long and looked weird. So the great thing about this, I just cut the string a little bit, tied it up a little bit higher, and it looks great. So the next project I'm going to be working on with these pine cones is just doing a simple garland with the same kind of string but in white across our mantle, just to add another little element to our mantle. So I literally didn't measure anything. I just cut the string super long by eyeballing it, tied a loop on one end, hooked it to a command hook that was already there under the bottom of the mantle from where I had the Valentine's Day garland up a long time ago. But I just kind of eyeballed it, put a pine cone where I thought it should go just by tying a simple little loop around it. At first I felt like the garland was a little bit too low, so I just kind of adjusted it. I tried to like put it up in the middle, see how that looked. It didn't look too great, so I ended up shortening it and bringing it up a little bit higher. But again, this was a super easy, quick DIY that I think turned out super cute, and I just love like that boho, like minimalist, simple look about it. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Instagram at @TidyToLife, and stay tuned for the next part of my Christmas Clean and Decorate with me, where I will be decorating our Christmas tree with all natural DIY ornaments.